Hello friends, this is Bhimratna Rokde. It's nice to meet you again. In our first video, we have seen what is electrical energy and how it is produced. Today we are going to discuss a very interesting topic. Yes, you know it. It's active power and reactive power. Friends, these two terms are similar to that of enthalpy and entropy in case of thermodynamics. We feel that these terms are difficult to understand, but de facto these are very simple terms. I will show you how to remember it so that you will be in a position to explain it anytime, anywhere. Before touching the actual topic, let me explain some fundamental terms like power and load. What is power? Friends, on this screen you can see the definition of power and electrical power. Power is nothing but rate of doing work. It is equal to work done per unit time and it is measured in watt. On the other hand, electrical power is equal to electrical energy per unit time. It is equal to voltage into current and it is also measured in watt. Now let us study what is load. Friends, load is any electrical equipment which consumes electricity from your system. It can be a fridge, it can be fan, it can be a mixer, etc. When you talk about load, loads are of three types: resistive load, inductive load and capacitive load. Now it is very interesting to know that what is resistive load, inductive load and capacitive load. Friends, in case of resistive load, voltage and current are in same phase. There is no phase difference in between them. Whereas in case of inductive load, 90-degree phase difference exists in between voltage and current. That means current lags behind voltage by 90 degree. In case of capacitive load, current leads voltage by 90 degree. On screen, you will see the various examples of resistive load, inductive load and capacitive load. Tungsten filament lamp, electrical heater are some examples of resistive load, whereas transformers, your motors, compressors are some of the examples of inductive loads. Capacitive loads, capacitors, your starters, etc. These are the examples of capacitive load. Friends, when we talk about power, the total power which is produced is called as a apparent power. And active power, now it's very, just concentrate friends. Active power, it is the power which is actually being consumed by any electrical equipment. For example, I have shown on the screen a filament lamp, or you can say a lamp. Rating is 14 watt. That means whatever power is produced by the source, 14 watt power is being consumed by that bulb. Next example is of mixer. Rating is 500 watt. That means whatever power is there, whatever total power or apparent power is there in the system, out of which 500 watt is being consumed by the mixer. Third example is of refrigerator. You just see, it's of 100 watt rating. That means whatever electricity is being produced, that portion, out of that portion, 100 watt is being consumed, which is the actual power being consumed by the refrigerator. Then what is reactive power? It's very simple. Reactive power is nothing but that portion of power which is there in the system, but without doing any work, it returns back to its source. What does it mean? Friends, in case of resistive load, as you know, when current passes, it produces heat and automatically we get output what we expect from resistive load. But it doesn't happen in inductive and resistive load. What happens in inductive and resistive load? in case of inductive load, when current passes through an inductor, it produces a magnetic field. Whereas in case of capacitive load, electrostatic field is produced by capacitor. So because of this magnetic field and electrostatic field produced by inductor or inductive load or capacitive load, reactive power is always there in the system, and it is required to maintain the voltage level in the system. Friends, from this I think you have got some idea what is active power and reactive power. Active power is the power which is actually being consumed by the electrical equipment. Now just see on the graph, as I already told you, in case of resistive load, current and voltage are in same phase, whereas in case of inductive load, current lags behind voltage by 90 degree, whereas in capacitive load, current leads voltage by 90 degree. Friends, on screen you can see a diagram of power triangle. Vi is the apparent power, that means the total power produced. On x axis you have active power, which is equal to Vi cos phi. On y axis you have reactive power, which is equal to Vi sin phi. Unit of active power is watt. Unit of reactive power is voltage ampere reactive or volt ampere reactive, whereas unit of apparent power is volt ampere. Now this is all about active power and reactive power. The question remains, how to remember it forever? I give you a trick. On screen you can see two glasses are there. In one glass water is there. In another glass you will find cold drink is there. Now when we pour water in a glass, there is no foam on the water. In another glass, when we pour cold drink, there is a foam on the cold drink. Now this first glass, which is filled with water, is just like a resistive load, because whatever power we are putting it in a glass, that is being totally consumed by that load. So it is the active power. The water is equivalent to active power, and that glass is nothing but a resistive load. Now look at this second glass, which is filled with cold drink. Friends, here the foam is lying on the top. This foam is just like a reactive power in the circuit. Without doing any work, it returns to its original source. Whereas the actual portion of the cold drink, which is lying just below, below the foam, it is the active power, which is actually being consumed by any electrical equipment, or say inductive or capacitive load. Now why foam is there? Foam is there to maintain the cold drinks properties, right? Similar to that, to maintain the voltage in the system, reactive power is required in the system. Because in case of inductive and capacitive load, there is a magnetic field and electrostatic field, reactive power exists. That means foam exists in case of inductive and reactive load. Friends, I hope you might have understood the concept, and I'm sure that you will not forget it in your future life. But it may happen. I mean, it's quite possible that, say, after a period of 5 to 10 years, you will feel, oh my God, I have forgotten everything which I have learned or which I have seen. So in that case, what you have to do? You have to just close your eyes. Close your eyes and imagine two glasses in front of you. The first glass with water and second glass with cold drinks. Water is the active power which is being consumed by that glass, whereas cold drink and foam, that cold drink is the active power which is consumed by that inductive or capacitive load, whereas foam which is lying on the top of the cold drink is just like a reactive power. Reactive power doesn't do any work, but it again goes back to its original source without doing any work. So this was the concept behind active power and reactive power. Friends, if you really like my video and if you feel that it's really useful to you, then please don't forget to subscribe it, share it and like it. This is Bhimratna Rokde signing out till we meet again. Bye bye, have a nice day, and of course take care of your family and of course you also.